DA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. In the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start on the ground with Irving. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And out across midfield down to the 45. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. That's quite a way to start this football game on the ground right away. They're almost near midfield.
And that run, whether you're for this team or against them, it brings you out of your seat, doesn't it? Because that's an exciting way to get things rolling. Now you've got to hunker down on defense and not permit another first down run.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They run out of the gun with Irving. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd down, they go with Irving. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 46 yards for him already. An excellent drive to kick off this divisional round matchup. That might be an understatement. They'll run on 1st down. Branch. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Handoff running left, Irving. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Tucker's kick is good. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice.
Derrick Henry all alone. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 49 yards. And the Ravens have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On second down, Irving. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 66 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They go play action here on first down. This one taken in by Stover. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 5. They'll set up to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he'll be taken down at the 34. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 23. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Irving will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Monarchs are once again back in front. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there? On 2nd down, Jackson. And Walker has it. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Carry here for Burgess. And a nice spin into some open field. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit. On 2nd down, here's Henry. 91 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half. Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Henry fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
This is Burgess, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Ravens have moved out in front. The point after is good, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is fielded at the 27. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
A handoff, running left, Henry. Now he's loose at the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. 152 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. And Mr. Reliable shows those legs again here in the playoffs.
And what do coaches tell us all the time? In the playoffs, the team that runs the football well will win the game and ultimately be a champion. They're trying to prove that fact today.
Setting the tone on the ground. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Play action. It's Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run with Burgess. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Jackson now. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now a handoff up the middle. Burgess. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And his kick is indeed good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man complete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional round. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the running a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working, but they run it more effectively. They make it even bigger plays in the passing game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
They go play action with Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. The 20, down the left sideline. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. It's a big run that time by Henry. Give him 42 yards on the ground. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now Jackson going to shift him around. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. Now a handoff looking right. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. And his kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. And a huge play that time. 48 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown! A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Monarchs are back within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You can see the thought process there. With his speed, they were hoping he could pop one. Instead, the coverage was good, and they forced the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Here's one deep for Pickens. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This will be fielded at the 17. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On first down, Branch. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And now a pass dumped off to his running back. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Dialed up the fullback dive that time. We'll see what they go to on 3rd down from the 1.
Yeah, they may have dialed it up, but it was repelled, wasn't it? Do you wag a finger back at the offense like a certain iconic NBA guy did back in the day, or do you just say, try it again, guys?
No, I think they wagged the finger, but they got to get one more stop here, maybe 2. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Irving, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Bucky Irving taking it in from a yard out. And the Monarchs have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. They begin with Henry. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Henry again on 2nd down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
They'll run on first down. It's Burgess. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 6. The 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Now 2nd and 3. Henry up the middle. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 3rd down, Burgess. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Now 2nd and 4. Again to Henry. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Hey, middle. Hey, 4-1's Mike. You can't block me. 41's the Mike.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Here's 1st and goal. Henry running right. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Jackson to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Jackson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's third and a few inches. They'll try and run here with Irving. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Defensively, they know the situation. They stacked the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. And if they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go a long way behind.
It could be a house call. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he fields it cleanly. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing, Jackson. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.